It was summer last year. The weather was really nice, and I was living in a flat, and I thought that next year is the year I really want to be living in a house. So I contacted Martin Gerrard, as well as a couple of other estate agents, just to see what was about to buy, and also to get a valuation on this place as well, where we are now. And from Martin Gerrard, Sophie was the person that actually came along first time. She was the first person that responded to my correspondence with Martin Gerrard. She's the first person that actually came in. She was really friendly from the off. She was very comfortable. I felt very comfortable around her, and she basically walked me through the process. So I bought this place 5 years ago. So it was really helpful to have to run through the process again and just to familiarise myself. And also, I'd never sold before, so it wasn't just the purchasing; it was the selling as well that was new. And at that time, the valuation that came in from Sophie was what transpired to be very fair and realistic, but a bit lower than perhaps another agent had approached me with. And I was in no particular rush, because it was still a year before I really had this dream to be in a house for the summer. So we went on with a different agent at quite a high price and got very little interest for several months. Sophie had on and off kept in contact over that time as well to see how things were getting on, never intrusive, but in a kind of friendly way about things. And having dealt with various agents in the past, I can tell the difference between friendly and intrusive. So it was friendly, and I, after some months, it felt right to try another agent. And I tried Martin Gerrard with Sophie. She came in again and gave a very honest valuation. We're starting to approach sort of Christmas time now, so she was realistic about the fact that it might be quite quiet, but at the same time, she felt it was worth keeping it on over winter, because Christmas in January, people really do look on the website. That proved to be true, because it was very soon after that we got a deal on this flat that we sold, which actually was through another branch of Martin Gerrard. It was a guy called Castro who actually who closed the deal in the end. And then Sophie was very active with me in terms of going and looking at new places to buy. And again, it was pretty quick, actually, that we managed to negotiate a purchase for the house I'm now moving into in a few days' time, which I'm quite excited about. And yeah, she negotiated a pretty good deal on there as well, and it was all pretty quick, so it was good. So in terms of selling a property, the kind of qualities that I was looking for when I was looking and talking to agents, I don't like to mess around. I work quite a high-pressured environment. I don't have an awful lot of spare time, so I'm looking for an agent that can really again, be honest with me about things, but also cut through some of the nonsense that you don't otherwise want to deal with. And to be fair, Martin Gerrard and Sophie in particular were very, very good at doing that. It was there was never any nonsense, and when I said, look, I need to talk straight and be honest, we got straight and honest, and that was good. In terms of purchasing, when I'm talking to an agent or looking with an agent, and it's the second time for me of buying a property, you don't want to be rushed or pressured. And with other agents, I'd found pressure coming on from them. With Martin Gerrard, to be fair, that they never really had that kind of element to them. There was never a kind of rush to be shown round a house or shown round anything. It was there was always some time, and again, very honest and realistic about things. And to be fair with Sophie, she made time to fit the viewings around my schedule, which was very helpful. So if I'm thinking about the difference between Martin Gerrard and the experience I had with them, and perhaps some of the other agents that I was talking to at the time, probably the best word I could use would be effective. It was far more effective. The conversations were quick. It was over if it was over email, because I wanted that, it was over email, not over the phone. There was never any problem there. The whole process fit around me. I didn't have to fit around it, which was really good. And realistic as well. So effective and realistic were probably the two key words, I'd say, because there was never a sense of trying to sell a dream, either in the sale or the purchase. It was always realistic and effective. So when I was originally looking to sell, I actually went to a different Martin Gerrard office, and was then subsequently contacted by the Finchley Central one. So I went to North Finchley Central, the office that got back to me, and then, funnily enough, sold through the North Finchley office. So the whole network worked very well in that respect. And it put me into perhaps a wider bit of the market than I might have otherwise been in had I been stuck with one branch more locally. if I was moving or knew of people that were moving, then absolutely using Martin Gerard again or recommending them to someone else would be something I did. The people do make the difference as well. So I had interaction with two people. I had Sophie and Castro, more Sophie to be honest, and again very impressed with both. Yes, I'd recommend Martin Gerard, but absolutely the people make the difference, and those people did.